Sid. How are you doing, Sid? Yes, I would love to. Hello again, Norex. Give me a second. I have to respond to my boyfriend. Hopefully. But I know it will end up making me puke. It's okay, Hammy. I don't get to chug. I get to do one sip for each person that comments so that I don't kill myself on accident. I'm 20 and I don't wear makeup. Caesar. Welcome back, Hut Mutt. Yeah, I want to have another cool thing. Thank you. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Callie. Hello. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Batman. I'm a female. What's your question? I'm not drawing anything. I'm writing down names for when to drink. Like, this is what I had to drink yesterday. And this is what I have to drink today. My boyfriend is at home. Yes. I just got cocktails in a bottle, aka health potion. Hi. She doesn't think she can because of her schedule. I'm asking if she could leave now because she asked me what time. No, I was born a female. I just barely have tits, but I have them. Ta-da. I have a pussy. Thanks. And what's your one request? And Allie. No, I can't play any music. I'm studying your all names. Hello, gaming camper. Hi, Bree. Hello, Shaw. Hi, Snowy. Happy birthday, Nick. It is currently 1:12. Give me a second. Where the fuck did the controller go? Non-copyrighted music.
There is one person in the courtroom.
I don't want to play Roblox right now.
Sean Combs. But first, I have to set the scene. There are no cameras allowed in the federal courtroom, so these are just the things that
Thank
we
you,
notice.
Sean.
Don't take it as fact. I feel like recently, the past few days, they have been pumping the AC in the courtroom. There are speculations that the jurors are getting very sleepy after lunch. We don't know how true that is. That's like the whispers in the courthouse hallways. We're all just shivering. We're all cold. The defendant comes out wearing his old man in church that could never hurt a fly outfit.
No, I'm just writing all your guys' names.
He really only gets like 5 sweaters, 5 collared shirts, I believe. So he's wearing
So
the
far,
same
I did
things.
25
Yeah.
sips.
And there will just be these moments where Sean Combs has his reading glasses on and he hasn't been staring. So like I feel like as the trial has evolved, everything that Sean Combs has done has also evolved. I don't know if it's because things have gotten a lot more serious day by day, or if maybe he's being coached on how to act and like every day things are different and maybe every day is a specific vibe that he has to set, but he has his reading glasses on more frequently and he will look back over his shoulder where the press are sitting, but not really at anyone anymore. It doesn't feel like he's actually making eye contact with many people. I feel like the first few days his retinas were scanning. The second week after the jury has been seated, after opening statements have been stated, defendant suddenly does not know how to eye contact. He does not even know that such a thing is possible.
I touched grass in a bit.
He will sometimes glance at whatever is in the room and he will look over the top of his reading glasses and he just looks like
and like a lot of hours, that's when I touch grass because I'm going to my boyfriend's.
That's the feeling. Also, he was seen reading a Bible one day before court was in session, so there is that. And he does seem a bit more energized. Like the whole defense team seems a lot more energized, which is interesting because considering we have witness number 2 that's going to take the stand, and then right after that, immediately after that, Cassie's going to be testifying. And things just keep getting weirder for the defense, but they're in high spirits. I will do attorney
My
updates.
boyfriend is my
One of the
boyfriend,
sketch
so no, they're
artists
not
does
single.
compliment Mark Agnifilo on his tie. He stops and he just like has this full-blown conversation with her about like the different shades of blue and which shades of blue that they love. And I always think it's so fascinating that everybody is so calm, everybody's so happy and friendly until they're not. I mean, not that anyone would have any reason to be unfriendly with the sketch artist, except maybe if you're like Sean Combs, which, side note, random lore, there are a few sketch artist legends inside this courthouse, and one of the ones that are doing this case, they drew Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell. And Maxwell, during the trial, did not like what the sketch artist was drawing, so she starts drawing the sketch artist, who then draws Ghislaine Maxwell, drawing her. It's just like the weirdest thing ever. And inside the courthouse, when you walk in, there's like sketches.
It's a buzz
everywhere.
ball.
They're
It's
framed, they're hung
cocktails.
up of some of the big trials. Anyway, also the defense starts playing musical chairs. They're moving people around. So right next to Diddy, he's in like a, and this is so intentional, I believe, because Cassie's going to start testifying soon. He is in a table full of women. He is suddenly sandwiched by women. So you've got lead attorney Mark Agnifilo, and then you have Anna Estafio.
Okay, I will.
I'm saying her name right, but she's going to be the one that is cross-examining Cassie.
Haven't heard about her name.
Yeah, she was not as, I guess, in my eyes, as prominent. I'm sure she is a prominent member of the defense team, but and then next to her is Diddy. And then next to Diddy on the left is no longer Boys Club. So it's no longer Diddy and Brian Steele, Young Thug's former attorney. It is now Tenny Garagos. So she swapped with Anna. And then next to her is Alexandra Shapiro. And then now in front, we've got Xavier Donaldson, Nicole Westmoreland, and then now Brian Steele is up at the front. And then in front of them, there's the row of prosecutors. And then the judge walks in. And Judge Arun, I feel like at this point, and again, in like the most professional, sincere way possible, like he is dad. I feel like all of the attorneys are his kids, and he
'Cause I am
is
a
almost
depressed
always
garbage
disappointed
can.
in them, is the vibe, because they're just like disappointing him left and right to some degree, some more than others, and he just has to make sure that everything is done correctly and accordingly. But also, I love the way that he doesn't converse much with the jurors or the witnesses, but his energy is very sincere anytime they're in the room. And then they leave the room, and he's like disappointed dad again with all the other attorneys. Yeah, so Judge Arun is father at this point. Also, I did notice that Mark Garagos is absent from the courtroom. Mark Garagos is Tenny Garagos' celebrity attorney father. Previously, he and Officer Riz, he's like an officer of the courtroom. He's like the one that.
His name is Riz?
No, his last name has the word Riz in it, so now the RM team just calls him Officer Riz. It's not actually his last name, but that's what we call him. So Officer Riz, he controls the courtroom, okay? The rest of the courtroom outside of the judge. And he and Mark Garagos have this thing where I have no idea if they're like an old married couple that you just cannot tell if they're goofing around, or if they genuinely hate each other and have some sort of massive life insurance plan hidden somewhere. There will be moments where Mark Garagos, who is allowed his phone inside the courtroom because he's counsel, Officer
No,
Riz will snap at him to put his
It's
phone away,
not
or
fruit
sometimes
punch.
he'll snap at him and tell him to sit down when he's standing up. Perhaps like at
I
inappropriate
wish it
times
was
he's
fruit
standing up.
punch.
There's one time Officer Riz tells him to sit down across the courtroom, and the Combs sons, they think it's like a blast. They're giggling at it. And now he's gone. So I'm like, oh, is it because he wasn't sitting down? I was confused. I look it up. He's on the Menendez case. So he actually went to California for the Menendez brothers case, which again, that's a whole other thing I can do another deep dive on because they were just resentenced. So that's going on with Mark Garagos. There's
What's going on?
yeah, so there's a lot going on with the attorneys, but it's going to progressively get weirder. So a few disclaimers.
I'll be
before we
right
get
back. I
started
need to go to
regarding
the
content
bathroom.
warnings. There are things of essay and GD. Secondly, certain portions and quotes have been shortened and condensed and or combined for brevity. Third, this is a very quick disclaimer, but everything reported on in this episode and throughout the trial is public information. Any descriptions or observations regarding the defendant or anybody else inside the courtroom are personally noted by myself or my two researchers who are also present, seeing these things happen in real time with our own eyes. However, just because we see something and feel something does not mean that our experiences and statements are valid reflections of the truth. Our interpretations of these random things that we see in the courtroom are our own interpretations and opinions, and they are shared for the purpose of reporting on current events. Like, they obviously have no weight or bearing clearly on the verdict of the trial, but also none of this should be used as a definitive source on how someone should feel about the defendant, about any of the witnesses, or about any of the attorneys, or literally anyone, because what do we know, right? Sean Combs is also presumed innocent until proven guilty. The burden of proof is the responsibility of the prosecution. So with all of that said, let's get into it. Now, super brief recap. We did 4 deep dive episodes into the Diddy case in 2024 after his arrest. I feel like there's more than 8 hours collectively on a ton of the allegations, internet speculations, and the unfolding of the arrest. This is now our 3rd episode in the trial. We covered the first witness that was testifying, which is the former security guard at the Intercontinental Hotel. This is the second witness that is brought up to testify. And I will say a lot of the major headlines right now are like the salacious details that this guy has said on the stand. And there's a lot of salacious details, yes. But I feel like people have just kind of went over who this man is. It's very interesting. He walks in through the back doors and we see him walk down the aisle, and immediately he has a very interesting presence. He's also super buff, like just super muscular. Take him off respectfully at the stand, but he has a very strong presence, and everybody online has dubbed him the male escort that testified in this case. He states immediately that he met Cassie around maybe 2012, 2013. He had gotten a call from his boss, and he told him that, quote, he
I'm
didn't
back.
find any of our black dancers, which was what was requested. So he asked me if I would mind going down to fulfill an order to have a dancer go down to the Gramercy Park Hotel in New York City for a bachelorette party. I told him I would do it. So he works for like a dancer company, right? He's gonna go there, he's gonna put on a show for this bachelorette party. He's gonna get paid $200, and then he's gonna call it a night and go home. That's the plan. Now, side note, he is supposed to be dressed up as a police officer because that was what was requested, but he didn't have one, like a police uniform, so he just went and bought a NYPD t-shirt. He shows up to the
Does he
hotel.
know it was?
I got my puke
Did he
bucket
know?
just
he
in
does not.
case.
So he's explaining the job is, I mean, it sounds relatively simple. He says, quote, I was expecting to do a little striptease, and that was it. Just
Hi,
for a
hi,
bachelorette party. A group of women, and then leave. So he gets to the hotel room around after midnight, so really late. He gets to the hotel room, knocks on the door. Cassie opens the door, and he does not know that this is Cassie. He just thinks maybe this is the bachelorette. She's wearing a red wig, wearing red lingerie, with high heels and dark sunglasses on. He's expecting a bachelorette party, and this feels, I mean, I would assume like the saddest bachelorette party. There's nobody in this hotel room. He says, she asked me if I was okay if it was just going to be us, because I was expecting to see a group of women there, but there was only her standing in the door. She asked me to come into the room. She said it was her birthday and that her husband wanted to do something special for her. And so she asked me if I would mind rubbing baby oil on her and giving her a massage. And wherever things went from there, if it went, if you know, based on how comfortable I was. He says he walks into the hotel room where there is a whole living room. It's like a suite. There's velvet couches. that
Is
open
Hammy
up
still
into
here?
this larger space. There's a coffee table. And this coffee table, it's just filled with candles lit up all over the coffee table. I would imagine it feels like a seance or something, because it's the rest of the room, he says, is very dark. There's
I'm a
candles
female.
lit up everywhere.
I was born a
baby
female. I
oil,
have a
there's
pussy.
Astroglide.
Thanks.
But probably the most pertinent part of the room to note, and this is according to the witness, he sees a man in the back of the room. So he's assuming this is her husband that she was just telling me about. But this man is wearing a white robe with the bandana over his face and a baseball cap. It's like the weirdest attire. I mean, I would imagine it's kind of terrifying. Regardless, Kathy is reassuring him. You know, she told me that, first off, that I didn't have to worry about anything because her husband wasn't gay. I remember her saying that to me, and he wasn't going to try and touch me or anything. And I told her that's good because I wasn't with that. And then she told me that she knew that my boss told her that she had to give me $200 upon arrival. And at that point, she gave me a few $1,000s and said at the end she would tip me before leaving. Which again, at this point, he doesn't know this is Cassie. He doesn't even really know who Cassie is. Rather, he didn't even know her name at this point. He didn't know who anybody was. He says, I complimented the room, the hotel we were in, and then I asked the guy what he did for a living, and he told me that he was in importing and exporting.
Does he know who Diddy is?
This is where he finds out. So he's like, I love this hotel room. What do you do for work? He says importing and exporting. And there was like a slight, I heard a few people giggling, like slight, like giggles in the courtroom, because it's like such a big, like, it's Diddy. He's like, I'm in importing and exporting. And he said immediately upon hearing his voice, like he knew that was Diddy. He knew that was Sean Combs.
Really?
Yeah. He says immediately, his voice is so recognizable, he says.
Wow.
But he states after this brief conversation, he doesn't want to be like, no, you're not. You're Sean Combs. So he doesn't say anything. I imagine, he and Cassie start rubbing baby oil on each other and then having intimate relations with one another. He's asked by the prosecutor, what was he doing while you and Miss Ventura were having intimate relations? He was sitting in the corner, self-pleasuring. He admits that the whole interaction did not last very long at all. So once they're done, Cassie gives him more money. So he makes like a couple $1,000s that night. And he says that Sean kept asking if he would like to see him again. Like, do you want to see us again? Do you want to see us again? Or some variation of that. And the prosecution asks, and let me ask you, how did you respond to that? I said, sure. And he told Cassie to take my phone number, and she took my phone number, and that was that. He says he's about ready to leave. He's maybe a few minutes out of that hotel room when Cassie, quote, Cassie texted me asking me if I would mind sending her a picture of my private part. And how did you respond? I gave her a picture of my private part. What was the next communication you had with her? She asked me if I could come back upstairs and see her again. And how did you respond? I went back upstairs to see her again.
Wait, so he just left,
Yes.
sent a photo, and
Yes.
went right back?
Yes. So
Like,
he leaves.
A few minutes.
A few minutes later, he sends a picture of his private parts because it was requested. And then he goes back up to the hotel room. He goes straight back up there where, again, it's Cassie and it's Sean Combs. And this time he says he ends up staying for a few hours. So what do you remember happening over those few hours? The same thing. It was literally the same exact scene. Basically, we rubbed baby oil on each other. We had intimate relations for longer this time, and then I was done. I do not recollect whether or not they gave me anything else after that, money-wise. What was Mr. Combs doing while you were having this sexual encounter with Miss Ventura? He was self-pleasuring in the corner. Okay, I feel like the prosecutors really want him to keep saying that. I feel like it's pertinent to this case, but also just the constant, very matter-of-fact tone of he was self-pleasuring in the corner watching us is a very interesting thing to just hear out loud over and over again in a courtroom. The second time, he leaves for real and he says, later his boss looked up who Cassie was for him and that's how he found out who she was. He already knew that it was Sean Combs in the hotel room. So every time you met with Miss Ventura and Mr. Combs, what was the purpose of the meeting? To have sex with Cassie? In front of who? In front of Mr. Combs. He would say that whenever he met them, sometimes they would alert him maybe an hour before or a couple days in advance. He would meet them at hotels. Sometimes he would have to tell the hotel employees, I'm here to see black. That was like the code word. And then they would lead him to that.
No
room, I
one's
guess. Maybe
commenting
that's the
anymore.
room that they
I'm
both
back.
He's asked, during your sexual encounters with Mr. Combs generally, how were the rooms decorated? Sometimes he's like, I was on the couch. The curtains were always shut fully. There was always a table in front of the couch, and there was always candles on that table, and also bottles of baby oil or Astroglide. And then there were a few occasions where they would ask me to actually go to the pharmacy and pick those things up. I guess because they didn't have them at their location. And yeah, the baby oil conversation is brought back up on the internet, but also in the courtroom. The prosecutors asked the witness, across all of these encounters, how often did you use baby oil? Every time. Other than the first time at the Gramercy Park Hotel, who directed you to use the baby oil? Well, are you asking? Okay, I think I understand. So the first time Cassie did, and then the first time it happens, everyone comes up with their own explanations for it. You know, the mind can do very silly things. She was just zoning out and happened to be staring there.
Tammy, are you still here?
Sang's mom had set the table. She has a plate for herself, a plate for her husband, and a plate for her daughter Sang. And there's this one spot where there's no plate set out and there's just an empty chair because tables usually have sets of 4 place savings rather than 3. Then Sang's mom keeps staring at this empty chair and she's almost smiling towards the chair as if somebody is sitting there sharing this invisible meal with the family. People thought maybe she's just reminiscing of an old fond memory. Sang's mom was like, you know, mother, don't be freaked out. She's just been tired with everything that's been going on. That's what the dad would say, but she's not so convinced.
Hello?
The next night at dinner, it happens again. But this
Let
time,
me see
the
if
mom
comments got
comes
disabled
out,
again.
plates and utensils for the empty chair, and she's smiling, talking to herself before she turns. to
Oh,
her
it
daughter and
did.
tells her, Don't
My favorite manga would
It's
be
like her mom is talking to a ghost, and everyone in the neighborhood is starting to get freaked out by their family. The first few times, everybody was understanding, but now it's been months, and it is clear Sang's mom has lost her mind. They say she lost her marbles. Sometimes the wind would blow. and
become
Sang's mom would sit up in
unsober.
the bed.
Join
Her
me.
eyes are glazed over. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Hear what, Mom? It's just the wind. It's okay.
Yay, Harry
No.
is still here.
Nunu is calling me. Nunu is calling me. I've got to go. Did you hear that? She would run out of the house, banging on the neighbors' doors. Nunu called me. Did anybody hear in which direction Nunu's voice was? Anybody see Nunu? The family tried everything. They brought her to a doctor to treat her at home. They put an IV in her, and for 2 seconds, the doctor and Sang and the dad are outside
Hi.
talking about the mom's condition, and the mom runs outside with the IV bag still attached to her, running through the woods, screaming, "Nunu, where are you? Nunu!" They wouldn't find her until late that night. The IV bag is still attached to her vein.
No
But because
cocktails.
it's absorbed all the liquid into her body, the negative pressure is causing the IV bag to slowly fill with her blood. And she's just sitting there, leaves in her hair, screaming, "Nunu, where are you?"
Like the IV bag sucked the blood out of her.
Yeah. If Sang had to pinpoint where this all started, when her mom started losing her mind, she could, because it all starts with this little doll with creepy eyes. I mean, there was something seriously wrong with that doll. The minute that she brought that doll home, everybody felt it. It had the kind of eyes that follow you around as you move. But that doll is no longer here, and neither is Sang's sister, the doll's owner. Nunu is gone. Just a little 5-year-old girl nicknamed Nunu and her doll.
What shit are you
disappeared
doing,
into
Skater?
thin air. Everyone in the neighborhood thought she was dead. But nobody
What are you
heard
guys
from her
talking about?
Until 26 years later. She comes back with a very crazy story. She had been kidnapped and trafficked, and she was going to hunt her
Cocktails.
trafficker down. She was going to kill her trafficker.
Oh, Strawberry Rita.
We would like to thank today's sponsor.
Yeah, oh my
It's
God.
possible for Rotten Mango to support the NAMI network. This network's nonprofit mission is to end abuse, slavery, and human trafficking by creating pathways to safe employment and providing survivors with empowering resources. This episode's partnerships have also made it possible to support Rotten Mango's growing team. We'd also like to thank you guys for your continued support as we work on our mission to be worthy advocates. As always, full show notes are available at RottenMangoPodcast.com. A few disclaimers for this case. There are heavy mentions of sexual abuse, human trafficking. Please take care of yourselves, and if you need a break, we'll see you in the next one. We also worked with our Chinese translators on this, but please let us know if anything is mistranslated, miscommunicated, or anything that we missed down in the comments. As well as, Nuna published a book on her first-hand account on everything that's happened. It's called A Path Blooming with Flower. Chinese researchers read it to help gather the data for this case. So
I said
most of the
hi.
in-depth descriptions of events are thanks to her book. She was really able to convey the feeling of these very intense moments and how she reacted, and even recall all these small details that help build this picture of everything that's led to this. So with that being said, let's get started. July 14th, 2023. It's kind of starting today. Everybody is gathered in this big, giant room, and they're all hoping, God willing, fingers crossed, okay, that the 61-year-old lady croaks and dies. They are gathered here today to hope that this 61-year-old senior citizen plops dead. They hope that they put her in the van and just kill her. Listen, that's what people are saying and wishing for. That's not what I'm saying. It's just not exactly what you would call normal. But 61-year-old Hua is not normal. She's got this.
I'm watching Rotten Mango.
She resembles an anatomically correct medical skeleton wearing clothes. Her shoulder bones look like they're gonna break through her thin white shirt. And even though it's summer, she's so old and frail that she just looks cold. If you know nothing about this woman, but you know that this entire room wants her to die, you might think that everybody else is the problem. How could they possibly wish ill health on this nice little lady? She probably can't even see well. But then, this old lady looks up at the 31-year-old woman on the stand, and there is something about her beady little eyes. Her eyelids are drooping, which is a natural inconvenience that comes with aging. The look that she's giving the 31-year-old woman on the stand, it's a
Good
death
luck,
look.
Marcel.
And then she picks up her hand, points a bony little finger at her, and spits, "You're a liar." The way she's going after this young woman, it is clear that they have history. And they do. It goes back 26 years. when
Welcome
the
back.
grandpa kidnapped and sold the woman on the stand. For the past 26 years, that little girl grew up and started hunting down her own trafficker. The 61-year-old woman that everyone calls the human devil, a trafficker so evil, she would even sell her own son.
What?
Yeah,
She trafficked her own son?
that was her very first trafficking victim. There's this ongoing debate on whether or not some people have lived a past life. Or maybe, I don't know,
This
we've
is
all
not
lived a
homework.
past life,
I'm
watched
just
it
writing
somewhere.
down the
It's just
names
like
and
two
numbers of
people
how
who
many
remember
shifts I
such
took.
odd details that they make the news. One parent writes on Reddit, "My youngest was around 4 years old, and she would tell me about how warm and cozy she felt inside my belly, and how cold and scary it was to be born, and how the hardest part about being born
It's a
was that she,
buzzball.
quote, used to know everything, but now she doesn't know anything again." I would give her the space to talk, but her frustration at almost being able to remember everything was palpable. Another reads, "When I was 4, my parents and I went to my aunt's farm, and the wind started picking up. And I looked back at my parents and
45.
said, 'Gotta tie the hay bale down in the wind.' That's how David died. 4 years old. To this day, nobody knows who David is." That's kind of how Nunu, a young woman from China, felt. For the first few years, she didn't really know what was real, what's not real, or what could have been a previous life. Or maybe she's like imagining things. Maybe she has a problem that she needs to handle. Her grandmother would tell her, "You've been abandoned by your family, and that's why I'm your grandmother. I took you in because you have nobody else. I mean, what was I supposed to do? Let you freeze to death? Your family
Getting
abandoned
drunk.
you." It makes sense because otherwise, why would she end up with this random family that she's never met before and call this old random lady her grandmother, unless the story is true? But it's like this weird part of Nunu either lived a previous life and she remembered, or something's not adding
That's
up,
too
because she
many
has these
people.
short little visions, these little memories. They feel like memories where she's not abandoned. Her parents love her. She remembers that. It's so vivid. She even remembers, or she has this vision, of course, of going dress shopping with her parents, and when she is not able to pick between the 5 different dresses, her dad would throw his hands up in the air and say, "Let's just get them all." She remembers playing in the back with this, feels like an older sister, and falling down when she would run, and her parents made sure she felt better at night. I mean, how did she remember all these things so vividly if they never happened to her? Maybe it happened to her in life, or perhaps it's like a
It's
fake
not
memory her
Frozen.
brain created to keep her safe from the truth. Or maybe it's the truth. A few years ago, a series of videos start going viral on Douyin. Douyin is like the TikTok of China, the original TikTok. It's of Nunu, the younger woman from court, and she's sitting and she's
I have a
talking to
bad
her.
PC.
How old
Like,
is Nunu?
She's now in her 30s.
Oh, this is a video of a 30-year-old.
Yes. Hello everyone, I'm asking for your help. I think I was abducted as a child. I was probably kidnapped between November and December when I was around 5 years old. I remember being with my parents at the time. I think I remember my parents moving to a new city for work. They were renting this small apartment. I lived with them and my sister, who I believe is 3 years older than me. I was trafficked by somebody close to us that had gained my family's trust. And I also remember, I remember calling my grandma Abuda. So in China, there's a lot of different dialects. So she's trying to give these little tidbits of information so someone can be like, "Oh, that sounds like a southern accent. Oh, that sounds like,
I drew a little guy.
Yes.
She doesn't even know which region she was from.
No.
Right. So basically, every state in China almost has its own little dialect.
Yes.
So she's trying to tell people, okay.
So she's like, "I think I called my grandma Abuda, or something like that. I recall calling my mother Mai, something similar. She's saying something similar. I remember my hometown as a pretty mountainous area, but that's about it."
希望大家帮我扩散消息，让我的家人看到，帮助我早点回家，谢谢。
Most of the comments consist of netizens that are unable to help Nunu, but are encouraging her, hoping for the best outcome for you and your family. I wish I could know something, but I'm not sure. I'll reshare this video with my friends though. But there are some weird comments too, like she's a girl, her parents probably sold her so that they could have a son. You can stop looking. You were most definitely sold by your parents, and they're not going to acknowledge you even if you find them. Someone comments, she's a liar and she's trying to gain attention.
It is
online.
indeed good.
In the non-stop comments, there's one that starts
I'm
getting
starting to
attention.
feel it.
Can I get your contact information? I'm not wrong. I think we're cousins. Immediately, everybody starts commenting on this.
Tammy, are you still here?
alleged cousins comment. This girl makes traditional meow costumes for a living. She's also doing this for clout. She's commenting to gain attention for her business.
The quote unquote cousin
Yes.
is selling
Traditional
traditional
costumes.
makeup. Oh, so people are saying she's.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes. Everyone starts taking turns
It
leaving comments
is
until one
Strawberry Rita.
Have you guys actually looked through her profile? Go to the ones, if you scroll all the way down, she has pictures of herself. She looks just like the girl that says she was trafficked. Look at their eyes. Maybe they are cousins. Do you know what the Ben Franklin effect is? It's actually so fascinating. What do you think is the best way to quickly get someone to like you? Obviously, they have to be on neutral terms with you to begin with.
Hi.
They can't know anything too much about you. They can't have heard about your reputation because that's a bias. But imagine a random neighbor moves in. You haven't heard about them. They're not a mutual friend. How do you get them to like you? What's the easiest way?
Common ground similarities.
That's what some people think. But there is a psychological study, a small one, that says it's something else. You know, people always say, maybe you give them like a small, thoughtful gift. Maybe you buy them a coffee and stop by, a pleasant surprise. It's actually the opposite. Instead of doing that person a favor, you ask them to do you a favor.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
It's this weird phenomenon. If you do a person a favor, you expect that they will like you more, right? But research shows it's actually the opposite. If you do someone a favor, you tend to like them more, even though you're the one that inconvenienced yourself to do a favor. Now, the favor can't be a big favor. It can't be, hi, can you sell your house and give me all your money?
Yeah.
It must be like, oh my gosh, could I borrow that book? I've been wanting to read that
Thanks.
book for months now and it's been sold out.
Can I borrow some salt?
No, I have a
Yes.
boyfriend.
It's so small.
Yes.
Mm.
And there is this strange human bias that we rationalize our decisions as being logical. So in our minds, we like to believe we're all logical creatures, and we logic ourselves into thinking, I did them a favor because I like them. Otherwise, why would I do them a favor?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And then on top of that, you feel good about yourself.
Hmm.
It's so interesting. There's a subtle self-consciousness of
I
if
feel a
somebody else
little
does you a favor, you feel slightly indebted to
off.
them, which makes you just the tiniest bit uncomfortable every time you run into them. Because it's
Yeah.
oh, I gotta thank them again for this. Oh, I should buy them cookies. Oh, I forgot the cookies from the store. Okay, next time I gotta remember. I gotta buy them cookies to thank them. However, if you do someone a favor, you feel good about yourself, and you already feel a sense of closeness.
Mm.
And every time you see them, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I was meaning to buy you cookies." You say, oh, "Don't even worry about it. I don't eat cookies." Nunu's family is on the second floor of the apartment building, and it's 5-year-old Nunu, her 8-year-old sister Sang, and her parents.
No tits for
And
you,
her neighbors.
bitches. I'm not wearing a
And their
bra,
families
so
play out. One, you go and you introduce yourself, and you bring them a basket of baked goods. Or two, you just wait to never see
I
them,
bet you
and
do.
then you see them in the hallway and you act like you're super busy and try to ignore them and keep distance from your neighbors. Or you play with psychology. You play with the Ben Franklin effect. Nunu's family hears a knock on the door. Hi, I'm so sorry. We just moved in next door. My husband and our daughter. Oh, hi. My daughter's about like the same age as your daughter, the little girl. Yeah, they should play sometime. But I have a small little favor. We haven't finished unpacking yet, and we just ordered food.
I'm
We
cool
didn't have
enough.
Utensils. Could we borrow just like 2 sets of utensils just for the night? Nunu's parents give them a few sets of utensils, one for each of the 3, mom, dad, and daughter. They're new neighbors. And the next day, the neighbors bring them over completely washed, and just like that, trust is built. So for the next few weeks, every time the girls run into the family, they would wave, say hello, hi auntie, hi uncle, until Nunu makes the grave mistake of a very bad trade. Nunu is playing with the next door neighbor's kid.
So they have a kid,
They do, yes.
like a son,
A daughter.
a daughter.
About Nunu's age. And Nunu has a pair of rollerblades. The girl next door has this creepy little doll. Okay, I mean, it's kind of cute. Maybe it could be cute. Perhaps, maybe, not really. But it just has these creepy little eyes that follow you, and the eyes look like they're moving. And somehow, Nunu gets convinced into making this trade, trading in her perfectly good roller skates for the creepy doll with the moving eyes. But now it's too late to go back on her word and ask for a trade back because that goes against every single unspoken toddler trade rule. She can't do that. So Nunu decides, maybe I can just
Play
make this
non-copyrighted
with
music.
knit and eye masks. Or maybe it just needs a cute crocheted sweater in a bright pastel color to take.
Oh, hi, Lexi. It's almost empty. Come on, we got this. I'm drinking cocktails. Oh, that's a new person. I wish you could buy me the next one. You look like a goblin too, mister. I need a new person to comment for me to use the healing potion again. That looked like shit. You can send me something, I don't care. You don't have to if you don't want to, by the way. That's just there for, like, if you want to for some reason. And you don't have to. It's not a thing that you must do. I'm sure I'll get rent at some point. If you're real, hold up your left hand with the pinky up now. Oh, you're a new person, aren't you? Welcome back, Extreme. I can't. Because I'm real. Yeah, my hair is goopy as hell right now. It's like in a ponytail, but then this thing is going on, but the other side isn't going on, so my hair looks like shit. Yeah, I'm just a poorly rendered person. You're new. and you're new. Alcohol. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be paying rent. This is all I have left. I was spending it wisely. I also spent it on my boyfriend. Didn't get to spend it on rent yet. It's non-copyrighted music. It is strawberry. It's strawberry Rita. Cheers. Cheers. That's 2 new people, 3 more people. It's so much stronger when you get to the bottom. Two new people. One called me ugly, but you know what? I believe you. It's okay if I am ugly, because, like, I have a pimple, like, right here. I tried popping it, but it hasn't, like, fully popped. Hi, Dexter. 2 new people again. I'm drinking Biggie Buzzballs Strawberry Rita. It's 15% alcohol. So it hits me faster than usual 5%ers. Okay, Hammy. I'm still 20. What the fuck is on my lip, bro? Nail polish. I don't think you're writing stupidly. Hello, Silvercrow. You're number 66. We have barely any potion left. I'm trying not to drink too much. I'm trying to listen to Hammy. It's not juice. I like BTS, yeah. But I have to play non-copyrighted music. The alcohol is cocktails, and it's a Buzzball Biggie, and it's a Strawberry Rita. No, I'm drunk. We're almost done. My day's good. I love anime. You should watch Parasite. Congratulations, Alex. We're so close to being done, guys. My boyfriend's sending me reels and I can't answer because I'm too gone. I can't play Die with a Smile, it's copyrighted. I said yes, I like the BTS. Shut the fuck up, Diana. Shut up. Oh, that's a new person. Nothing much. What's up with you? I think I have to take a small break. For Hammy. Drinking. So far, I drank 73 sips. Thank you, Fatima. Fun fact, I think I'm also drunk. Just a little bit. I'm a little bit tired. That's what booze does. It makes you dancy and then all of a sudden you're tired and knocked the fuck out. Thank you. I'm writing the number of shots I'm taking. I mean sips, not shots. I'm not killing myself. Maybe I am, but you know, it is what it is. That's 77. I'm not dying. Oh my god, that's 78. Yeah, Lil Peep is fine. My favorite singer is Billie Eilish or a wannabe. Bye. Right now I'm just listening to non-copyrighted. I think I'm the least thing from smart, bro. I'm literally drinking and vaping. Next thing you know, I might be getting high. Alex, are you new? It is a good taste. You are new? Oh, sorry. I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom. like a scab picking problem, so I'm always bleeding. See, I picked my scab and now I'm bleeding. Bye. Thank you for joining. I don't think I have anything on my bucket list. I guess the only thing on my bucket list is to die. We're almost done with the health potion. You should catch a shark. I'm at 82. $83. Welcome back, Hammy. I'm glad you're back. I'm at 83 shots. It's okay. Hello from California to Morocco, and hello from California to Colombia. Yep, I'm a Cali baby. California girls, they're unforgettable. Okay, you're new. You're 84. And you're 85. Is Hammy still here? Do you guys know if Hammy is still here? Hi, Hammy. I usually play Repo, Shinova. I just now got Frag Punk. Oh, and Destiny 2. I play with my Discord. I just need people to actually join the voice chat when I join the voice chat so that I could make a stream with them in it. Red Dead Redemption is pretty good. I also like Fallout. Yes, please! It's in my YouTube server. It's on my YouTube shit. I don't know what I'm saying. Example recently fixed it so where it looks aesthetic. So thank Example and not me. Yeah, Example did a really good job. Like, amazing. We made an Instagram group chats for calls now. But I can't call. But you would have to join the Discord call if you want me to stream you guys with me. I'm a bit dead right now. I feel like I'm about to pass out, yeah. You're 86. I think I'm 9 out of 10. Yeah, it's the buzzball. Yes, please. There is a movie server for us to watch movies. But you have to be quiet during that time. Sometimes you could be loud, it just depends on what movie it is. My favorite movie is the Saw movies. The Saw series. I'm from California. You're new, aren't you? Are you guys 3 new people? Or is it 2 new people? My gut is okay, but my head is like killing me. I think we have 1 shot left or 2. I'm 20. Oh my god, I believe you, Silver Crow. I have to wait for another person to comment before I finish it. Everyone that voted yes is a liar. That's a new person. That's like 3 new people. We finally finished it. We did it, guys. It was 91. Yesterday was at 92. Today was at 91. And we finally finished it. Yeah, you should make another account so I don't know your personal info. And I don't want to know your personal info. I would be worried. If I knew your personal info, I would accidentally probably dox it because I already doxed myself like 15 times. But then again, that's myself. Like, I doxed myself. Oh, apparently it's not done. I have to. Okay, now it's done. Now I'm gonna grab my mouse and hopefully Nell is ready to play. Ooh. I might have to throw up. This is a just in case. No, put it right up. Okay. I'm all good now. Let me plug my headset in. Sorry. Are you guys could still hear me, right? Are you guys still here? I know this is boring. Did my try? I'm above what? I'm sorry, chat wasn't working. I'm trying to get to Discord, but please what? I don't know. Good night, Silver Crow. No, I'm not a furry.